Ladies and gentlemen, I looked up, and when I looked up, giving you the information on what they're doing, my camera cut off. Don't know why. So this is part 2. You don't have to listen to part 1 or part 2, either one. But I sure wish you would listen to this, because this is some heavy, I can't use my word I normally say. But this is all a part of the 10-year plan. As I was saying, they want to close another school, Lincoln Elementary, which is predominantly black. Alexander School, which is predominantly black. But they want to build a new Pope Elementary for the elite kid. And you talking about Meriwether and Baxter, hollering at, hey, good morning, Reverend so-and-so. Good morning, Chaplain so-and-so. Hi, Doctor, Attorney so-and-so, how you doing? Hey, Mayor. And they don't want to even speak back to you. You come out of your house and they're angry because you living next door to them. And you talking about, I live over there by Mr. So-and-so. And as soon as he can get his thing together, he gonna leave your black butt. But ladies and gentlemen, they also want to close Alexander School, which is a predominantly black school. But they want to build a new K-8 in the northern cluster. You do know that majority of our white people live in the northern cluster. I hope you know that. They plan to do all this by the year 2020. Isn't that something? I believe they had this thing called Vision 2020. Now they're talking about, no wonder they're trying to blur your vision. Because they got this plan for 2020 and they had Vision 2020 all. That ain't no coincidence. Sound like some kind of code that they're using. So ladies and gentlemen, that is sad. Then they planning on building a middle school, K-8. Behind the school they closed, JCM. And I can tell them, the white kids ain't coming. How you know that, Meriwether? When they build that new medical school at JCM, pretending like they was trying to draw them white kids back, Megan told them and Todd told them, Dad, we're not coming. And they didn't come. They spent all that money, ain't nobody asked. Ain't nobody asked with Meriwether and Baxter. We don't really know what happened to the equipment. What happened to all of that medical equipment? We don't have a medical school now. Where the hell is the equipment? That's why they don't want Meriwether to come to the board. If he know all of this and he's not on the board, what the hell will he know and do on the board? That's why they fight me. But you can fight me all you want to. Listen, no weapon, not some weapon, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. God is not marked. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he reap. They gonna get what's coming to them. They gonna get what's coming to them. All you gotta do is just wait. I watched many educators and administrators fall by the wayside, and Meriwether's still here, black and beautiful. Anyway, let's see what else I got for you. Okay, they want to also move Madison Academic. You better listen, because I'm telling you. They want to move Madison Academic. That's the private school inside the public school where the elite white kids and a few blacks go. They want to move them to the University of Memphis. Check this out. I'm talking to the president of Lane College and telling them you're speaking at Union, you're speaking at Free Hardman, and they got you going everywhere and they're just eating you up. Here's the question on the floor. Why won't they help you with the teaching program? Hello? Because that benefit black students. Don't have to take a rocket science to figure it out. Professor Meriwether got that. But this school volunteer, we got room, you can move the elite kids over here. They won't have to be right across the street from the projects, Ellerton Hike. And then we'll keep them until you can build a new school. Watch this, people. They thinking about building a new school for them, but they wouldn't build one for the African-American student, people of color, or the black students. But they willing to build a new Madison for $13 million. And guess who's going to pay for it? Your black butt. And you talking about me? With your holier than thou self? Run on to the church and run away on Monday through Saturday. All right. Then they're going to make a North Parkway a K-8. And those students will be zoned to Northside. Oh, ain't that something? Northside is predominantly black. They're talking about rezoning. And they already sitting down talking about how to rezone the children of color to be with themselves. And Melanie and Todd won't have to go to school with them. It's all right here. You won't show up at the meeting and find out what's going on. You too busy telling Meriwether and Baxter that we angry, we troublemakers. You out of trouble something. What, you gonna be a peacemaker? You're not a peacemaker. Well then, if you're not a peacemaker and you calling me a troublemaker, hell, look like you ought to join my fraternity. Because you're certainly not a peacemaker. You're not doing anything to help the children. Well then, hell, join me with my troublemaking self. We're troubles together. Doesn't make any sense. But ladies and gentlemen, they also have a possible long-range partnership. Now, they're going to partner with Lane College and Jackson State. But yet, Lane College doesn't have a teacher's program, and nobody's partnering with Lane College to get a teaching program. But Lane College is going to partner with the school system. Oh, my. Then they're going to have a central sport facility for football and soccer. Watch this. They wouldn't build a stadium and football field for Jackson Central Mary, the predominant black school. But now they're going to make the citizens of Jackson, including the black community, and we're about 48%. We're going to have to spend tax dollars building a sport facility for football and soccer. I know you don't believe that they're going to believe it building in East Jackson. The sport facility we got now is not far from me, but it's out on Christianville Road. Costs about $12 million. And when I go through there during the spring and summer, I had to look hard to see little black boys playing baseball. They got that thing designed out there, and we paid for that. Now they want us to pay for a fourth sport facility that won't be built even near our neighborhood for them, and a few of us can come. Hello? And you're talking about Meriwether and Baxter. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about out of time, and some of you are beginning to nod on me, so I'm going to close this class, and we'll pack our stuff up, and I'll see you next week. Hopefully, but let me take it back. I won't be with you on the next class on next Friday because I'm going to be traveling and talking with some people in other states about public education, and I got some engagements that I need to deal with to bring them the unadulterated truth. So what I'm going to do is two things, ladies and gentlemen, next week. I'm going to bring you a 2-year-old classroom where I was out taking care of promoting my book and what have you, and my ex-wife, Miss Dabney, she ran my class while I was out. And I hope, I haven't checked with her, but I hope that it's okay that I run that in Eric. And I know some of you will probably tell her, girl, he ran that in. I don't really frankly give a damn what you tell her. But at the same time, the reason I'm doing it is to fill that classroom space. I don't want the students to miss out on something because I'm not in class. And I think, and I know that she was fitting and proper and she did a good job of running my class. It just was for about 6 minutes videotape. And then I'll come back and do a little short one. And so the classroom next week will be about 10 minutes or less. And so I'll see you in the following week. And I'll come back to you and we'll deal with the scores and deal with some more things that has happened this week. Because Reverend Baxter and I tonight, I'm telecasting, I'm recording this on Thursday. We're headed at 6 o'clock to the school board meeting to continue to find out what's going on and how we are failing and our kids are perishing. So anyway, it's been a pleasure talking to you this week. Keep on thinking whatever you want to think about me, because frankly, I told you I don't care. I'm going to continue to do God's will, because as great is he who in me than in the whole world. No weapons formed against me shall prosper. Then he reminds me daily, God is not marked. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Yours coming. You may not know, but you won't get out of this world for the things that you got going. And before I leave, let me tell you something else that just came into my back door before I leave to go out of this class. Listen to this. We was also talking with Miss Epperson, who is doing a fantastic job at Liberty. And so I questioned her. I said, well, Miss Epperson, why did you leave the central office? You was an academic director, coach for all of the administrators. And you do know most of the administrators was white. So she was over all of the principals, the administrators. And I said, you are really superintendent material. I know that you applied for some superintendent position. And you're an outstanding one. And one day, God's going to bless you. You will be superintendent. How did it happen that you end up here at the new JCM? She said, well, I was in the central office, and I was director of academics and over the principals. And the superintendent came to me and told me that he was moving me to the new JCM. That's what I said. She didn't say. She said moving me to Liberty. Then I asked her, I said, well, wait a minute. Am I not correct? You and the superintendent was close friends. Yeah, yes. And you mean to tell me he moved you to the new JCM? What did he tell you? Well, he told me that job was going to be phased out. Well, okay, let's just deal with that. If it's going to be phased out, why are the previous superintendent, they creating jobs, helping? There was a created job for a certain purpose. And there have been a whole lot of jobs created in the central office that we didn't need. One of them was paying $85,000. We never had a director of transportation. We had a supervisor. And this superintendent, got rid of the $85,000 a year job. Spread that money around to some friends. You ain't saying nothing. Mary was the only one telling you, where else you going to get it for? You don't show up in the meeting. It ain't on the news. It ain't in the local paper. And you can't discuss it in your sorority and fraternities and civil rights and in your churches because you wouldn't know what they're talking about. You may call me dumb, but I'll tell you what, I got more knowledge than you. Think about that for a minute. Let that soak in. I'm not being braggadocious. I'm just bringing you the truth. You hater you. But watch this here. He moved her from that position. And I said, well, what was the reason? She said he was going to phase that position out. I said, well, did he? She said, I later found out he didn't. Well, who took your position? I said, don't answer that. Let me answer. Another friend, another white male. Some guy named Ryan something. I see him, but I don't, Ryan is the first name. To those think I'm lying, call out there to the central office, 731-664-2500, and ask them, do they have someone that is working in over the supervising the principals and going in and out of the school, and his first name is Ryan. He got a weird last name. To me, I said weird because I can't even pronounce it. Ask that question. Check Meriwether stuff out. Check this stuff out. Anything I say, you call me, text me, email me, Facebook me. I'll get you your information. But that's what happened. So she came on to Liberty. I told her, I said this to the new black superintendent. Oh, that was a bad move for Miss Dr. Janice. She was at the Madison Academic. I said, and was doing an outstanding job. Her expertise was not in high school, and she had never worked with kids like those, some of them that was at JCM. A lot of them was outstanding students, but someone was difficult to deal with. So it looked like someone was trying to put her in a position that she would quit, make it difficult for her. Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. If I put you in a position where I know that you don't have the tools, I'm hoping you'll fail. Come on now. Then if I do that, how much care do I care about those children? Come on now, just think about this stuff. Meriwether shouldn't have to break all this stuff down to you, and you say you smart, you got a PhD, you living in a house next door to people who don't want to be with you, driving a Mercedes, Escalating all these nice cars, and Meriwether thinking for you. And you saying that I'm dumb, I'm an angry black man. Don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, you ought to be running to the poll to vote for Meriwether. You ought to be sending your donations and your contribution to me right now. But you busy talking. That's what Master wants you to do. Yes, Master, we're going to stop him. We're going to try our best to stop him. You can't stop me. How can you stop what God has already ordained? Think about it. But ladies and gentlemen, sent her over there. And it was very difficult during those first months that she was there. She got a good staff. I watched her work with the kids. She told me of a story of a little homeless girl that didn't have it until she came and just was wanting to give up on the education. The kind of principal that I want said this to her: no, don't you worry about that. We'll work out a place for you to stay and get into school and food and what have you. You concentrate on your academics. How many administrators would say that? How many white would say that? I'm not trying to paint racism. I'm trying to plant reality. And lots of you know it. Some of you black students and white students, you feeling me. Then I see some of you all in there turning red and everything. You a hater. But that's okay. That's okay. But listen to me. All of this stuff is going on. And they're being replaced. So they got the previous principal of Liberty, Dr. Mary, they concocted some mess and got rid of her. I sure in the hell hope they sue the hell out. She sued the hell out of them. She gonna win the case. She got her stuff together. And then turn around and hire a white guy and send him on to a school where the elite go. He didn't want to be out there with the Negro kids because the teachers weren't coming for him. The student was out of control. Now they put a black female over there again. Well, you had Dr. Mary, you didn't want her. Now you really don't want Dr. Jen, but you want to doom her over here with her. Well, surprise! She's doing an outstanding job, and the kids' grades and attendance has gone up. Now the 1,000 teachers that wasn't coming to school, guess what? Dr. Epperson said under her administration that she has the funds, so they put a pool in there, and once a month, the teacher of the month can stay at home that day, and then they'll pay for a teacher to be in the room with the students. She's turning things around. Thank you, Dr. Hampton. I keep saying Hampton. I'm sorry, Dr. Epperson. Thank you, Dr. Janice Hampton, for what you're doing for the school system, in particular, children of color. Thank you for what you're doing. We're going to work on them homeless teachers, them cart people. We're going to work on students not wanting to go to school. Also, while I was there, I want to take my hat off to Councilman Johnny Dodd. I ran into him and I said to Ms. Hampton, tell me what is Councilman Dodd doing? I know he cares about kids, so what's he doing? She said, oh, he's coming out here and mentoring and got other fraternities that are members of the community that are coming out here mentoring with the students. I said, oh, praise God. I'm so glad to hear that. I can't continue to say that we're not coming. Dodd is getting them coming. And so that's good. And I say to you, Councilman Dodd, I don't know if I see you back there or not. My eyes are getting dim. They're trying to blur my vision, but I think I see you. And I commend you for what you're doing there at Liberty and throughout the community. Keep doing it. We need some more people to join you and do it. We're on this battlefield by ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to close our class. I got to get out of here. So let me say this to you. Thank you for your attendance today. Thank you for your attention today. Thank you for the notes that you've taken. I hope that you go and you won't keep them to yourself, that you share throughout the community. Professor Meriwether and Reverend Baxter laying down some heavy stuff. They're on the battlefield fighting for our children. And they don't have children in our public school system in the city of Jackson. But ladies and gentlemen, my thank you also to my grandson, Anthony Meriwether, for being an outstanding student. And I want him to know, and I told him so, that I'm so proud of him. This article on Diker is who I am. And he wrote it, and it's well done. If you want to read it, you holler at me, I'll let you read it. But ladies and gentlemen, I got to go. I got some places up north I got to go. There's some people that has gotten hold to my book, and they have watched my video show on YouTube and Facebook, and they want to talk with the professor. So I'm going to again be out next week, and I'll join you in the following week before Thanksgiving. And I hope that you have a fantastic week. I do hope that you listen to my ex-wife who was representing me 2 years ago while we was married. We are not married now, and that's why I call her my ex. I wish her the best, and I hope she's okay with me showing that, and she's not. Hell, it's my classroom. So, ladies and gentlemen, and I will come back with mine, a brief one with mine. So please look at it. It's only 10 minutes. It won't be long like what Mary will do. And I don't apologize for the video shows being long, because I have so much to tell you in such a short period of time, because every week something is changing, and they're doing more and more to elevate their children, put money in their pocket, hire their friends. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to do something. Also, we ran over to, excuse me, I know I said we were closing, but it just jumped back in the old man mind. Just kind of go along with me, humor me. We went by the alternative school, and we talked with the assistant principal over there. Well, when the last time we was there, the assistant principal was a white guy. The principal is white, Mr. Newman, and the assistant principal is white, and the student body is 99% black. Come on now. You didn't know that. You didn't know that because you don't get out and do nothing over in the school system. But we went by there, and I said, well, to the secretary, is the assistant principal around? Because I believe Mr. Newman was busy with some people. And then up popped this black man named Coach Yancey. I said, how you, Coach Yancey? You was at the early college high school. What are you doing over here? He said, he's the assistant principal. Well, where is the white guy? Oh, they sent him to the early college high school, where the kids are getting credits that toward their social degree, and they going on. Those are where the elite kids are going, black and white. So they moved him over there, got him away from the incorrigible kids, they say, and they're not incorrigible. They can learn just like everybody else. That's what they want us to believe. So I said, I'm confused. Let me kind of get myself together. You was the assistant principal over there the last time we was by there. Now you are the assistant principal over at the alternative school. He's left and went there. Something ain't right, Coach Yancey. But Coach Yancey is going to do well. He's working on some degrees and things that he's going to receive, and we encouraged him. He needed encouragement. Our people need to be encouraged when they're being done wrong. It's too much of this mess going on in our school system for you to stay at home on Thursday night. I know I won't see you tonight, and that's okay. Only what you do for Christ will last. So if you're wondering why you have problems in your marriage, on your job, this ain't holding up, you got to buy this, you got to buy that, this breaking down, you're reaping what you sow. If you want to have peace of mind and prosperity, then you got to be blessed by God and bless someone else. I and Reverend Baxter are blessing people every week. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm finding more and more stuff that's going on in our school system. And I told you, it's going on in you're doing the same thing that they're doing here in Jackson. You ain't giving a damn, and you're staying at home, and our kids are failing and shooting and killing and lots of them. But we got a lot of them, like my grandson. He gonna do well. My granddaughter, honor student, been on the honor roll ever since she been in Crockett County. Ain't nowhere in the world I would put her in Madison County, and I'm going to the board. Yeah, I said that. Because the system is not designed to help our children. It's time you know the truth. I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. You've heard from me enough. I see you nodding on me back there, and you yawning and going on. So let me let you go. I'm your host, Morris Merriweather, the author of Straight Talk in room 503, and the author of Enough is Enough. Public education has spiraled out of control. Oh, they won't buy a lot of the books here in Jackson because Master told you not to. But they calling on me in Finland to be an education consultant. And they also call and want to talk about my book in the state of Michigan. I'm headed that way and stopping by some more places. They want to hear the story. They said, Mr. Mayor, we believe that the same shit is going on. And I said, did you get that? Let me slow it down. Shit is going on in our hometown like it is in your hometown. We sure wish you was here working with our people. I hear you say each week your people at home are not working with you in Dodson. But we welcome you here. So I'm going to enjoy getting away from my hometown and see what the hell's going on in other places so I can come back to you all next week and tell you, I told you so. Be blessed, my people. Again, your host, your friend, if you really would think about it, your friend that brings you the unadulterated truth each week. You can call me what you want to, but God calls me his child. I really don't care about what you think. I think what God thinks about me. So until then, you take care. And remember that I do love you. I'm hard on you because you're sitting still. Some of you are not doing anything. I'm going to keep on talking to you the same way. I'm not going to change. And I'll see you in 2018 on the Board of Education. God bless you. Take care. See you then. Bye now.